Hi, it's Sandy Wyllie. Welcome to my mental health channel where I wipe away the stigma of mental illness by talking about my own personal struggles, having borderline personality disorder. I talk about anxiety, panic attacks, post-traumatic stress disorder, depression, bipolar, schizophrenia, narcissism. I talk about the different types of therapies out there like DBT, CBT, psychodynamic, psychoanalytical, and a plethora of other mental health topics. But I only come on as a former patient of almost 20 years. I am not a licensed therapist. I do not hold a degree in psychology, so I cannot diagnose you or give you a professional opinion. And all I ask in return of you is please be kind and respectful in the comments below. Be kind to me. Be kind to other people who comment. We don't need to agree on everything, but we do need to agree on one thing, and that is respect and kindness for one another. If you are new to my channel, welcome, welcome. Please hit that subscribe button on the right because it is 100% free. If you like what you see, hit that like button there on the left so I know which videos, are popular and do more of those and which videos didn't work out so well to avoid those. I always welcome and very much appreciate you sharing your personal struggles with me, and I will always respond to every comment that you make. Now, we are in my backyard. Yay! And what we're going to talk about today is dependent personality disorder. Now, last time I did a video on avoidant personality disorder. So I thought, hey, just to balance it out a little bit, let me do one on dependent personality disorder. It's one of the cluster of personality disorders, okay, in that DSM book, diagnostic, book, that if you are studying psychology or you are a therapist, you will own one. Now, individuals with dependent personality disorder have an excessive need to be taken care of. I have an excessive need to be taken care of because I was never taken care of properly in my childhood. I was raised with a schizophrenic father who was in and out of mental institutes all my life, and he left home when I was a little girl. I had a very abusive, narcissistic mother who used to verbally and physically beat me. So I never had my needs, and I was an only child. I had no one to turn to when I was young. I had no siblings. I had no one out there, that I could turn to. So I do have an excessive need of being taken care of. But I do not have dependent personality disorder. I have avoidant personality disorder. And if you watch that other video, please, you will see why I say I have avoidant personality disorder. We'll go into depth about dependent personality disorder, and I have some of the traits, but not all of the traits that would classify me with this disorder. But maybe you have this disorder, or maybe you know someone who does, and then you can share that information with me. Now, the symptoms of dependent personality disorder are difficulty making decisions without input or presence of others. Me, I'm the exact opposite of that. I don't listen to what people tell me, okay? So I will make my own decisions despite, the rationale of what people who care about me or who are looking out for me say. I will just do things my way. I've been that way. It's my way or the highway, okay? So I do not have that symptom of dependent personality disorder. I do not make decisions by what other people, the input of other people. Being overly passive or submissive. Not me, okay? I am not overly passive or submissive. I really much do my own thing. In fact, I can be very aggressively in going after what I want. I would not say I'm passive or submissive in any way. I'm kind of like the exact opposite. I'm very aggressive about what I want, despite what other people say, despite better judgment, despite logic or reason. It doesn't matter. If I want something, I'm going for it, full steam ahead. But maybe you can relate to some of these symptoms. Maybe you have the dependent personality. I am dependent on people because I'm dependent on my husband, because I can't financially sustain myself alone, because I do my own thing. I make videos, I write books. I don't make enough from what I do to support myself. My husband has a bachelor's degree. He's a computer programmer. He makes 6 figures. I don't make anything like that. I make very minimal money in my artistic creative outlets, so I cannot support myself. So I am dependently reliant on my husband. I'm emotionally reliant on my husband because I don't have any friends or family, so he's the only person, or I don't even go to therapy anymore, so he's the only person I can go to talk to about my personal problems. So in that way, I am very reliant on him. But he treats me very good. He doesn't abuse me. He takes the best care of me. Here's another thing, an inability to disagree or argue with others. I don't think that's my problem. In fact, I disagree with most people. I am not mainstream. I am totally out of the box person. Watch my other videos. I don't need people to agree with me. Most people disagree with me, and it doesn't really matter. Allowing or preferring other people to handle your personal business. The only person that handles all the finances are my husband. No one else handles my own business. I handle everything. All my videos are mine and mine alone. I talk about whatever I want to. I've written 36 books available on Amazon. I write what I want to. I write about other people. I write about unethical treatments by psychologists. And it's all my words. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care about bringing anyone else down that's harmed me. Okay. Let's see. What did I put? Extreme fear of abandonment, especially by loved ones. Now, yes, that is the class 1 symptom of borderline personality disorder, which is what I have, an extreme fear of abandonment. And yes, I have that in spades. I am very afraid of being abandoned by other people. And but that's only one symptom. If you have 1 or 2 or 3 symptoms of a disorder, it doesn't mean you have that disorder. You have to have multiple symptoms of it, to be classified with that disorder, more than 1 or 2, So the fear of abandonment, very much. Intense sadness and lethargy when a loved one leaves, come on. We're all human, right? Aren't we going to have intense fear and sadness when we love someone and they leave us? I don't even think that should be on here as a part of any disorder. I think it's only human nature to have intense sadness, and feel depression and lethargy when you break up with someone. So I don't even know why that's on here, okay? Because I think that's perfectly normal and not part of a personality disorder, and that's just my opinion. Remember, I told you I'm not talking as a therapist. I'm talking as a former patient of almost 20 years in therapy. So a willingness to do anything in your power, including putting up with abuse or mistreatment, or doing dangerous or illegal things to please a valued person, to keep them near you. No. That's not me, okay? This is not me. I would not do that. I wouldn't do anything for someone to keep them near me. Especially something illegal. Are you kidding me? No, that's not me at all. Absolutely not. So, but I'm not putting down if that's you, I'm just saying that I don't associate with that. The only symptom I really associate on here is with the abandonment, and that's just one symptom. Having trouble starting projects or doing things alone. You know how many books have I written? I started that all by myself. All these videos on mental health, I done that all by myself. I started that alone. No one has helped me on that endeavor or that pursuit. I started that all by myself. Constantly seeking relationships and cultivating them in order not to be alone. That was my former self, not me now. That was me in the past. I would cultivate friendships with people that walked all over me just so I wouldn't be alone, just so I would have friends. That was me in the past. Me in the present, I don't have any friends. I don't cultivate any relationships, okay? I'm okay with being alone. Before, I was not okay with being alone. And I would make friends that would use me and abuse me. And now I have absolutely nothing to do with that at all, okay? So I don't have that. So I would not classify me as a dependent personality disorder. Like I said in my last video, I'm the avoidant personality disorder. Let me know, if you're an avoidant personality disorder or if you're a dependent personality disorder. And let me know your struggles with that, Let's see. Causes and risks of dependent personality disorder. Of course, traumatic abandonment in childhood. I mean, that would go across the board for all personality disorders. Having a traumatic, childhood, being severely abused. I think that goes for, if we come from a healthy place, we were raised by, supportive, loving, and encouraging, stable parents, I don't think we're going to have personality disorders. I don't think we're going to have mental illness. This is, these personality disorders are because we were severely abused by our caretakers. That's why we have this, a family history of personality disorders. Well, my father had, schizophrenia. My mother was narcissistic personality disorder, and I have borderline personality disorder. Surviving childhood abuse, including a stifling parent, withdrawn parenting, or having parents who punished individual thinking. That makes sense. Having chronic physical illness in childhood. Now they say to treat this, there's medication, there's therapy, and that's just basically with every mental illness. You can get medication, you can go to a psychiatrist, or you can go into psychotherapy and get therapy for treatment. If you watch my other videos, you will know that I've only been severely traumatized and sexually abused in therapy. I was sexually exploited. I've written books about this. I was raped by my therapist. I've written books about this. I've done videos about this. So therapy is not for me. It has only, hurt me and hasn't helped at all. But so now I hope we have covered the dependent personality disorder enough. I see some of the symptoms, some of the things of it I can relate to. Other things of it I cannot. I don't classify myself as fitting in this category. I classify myself as having more avoidant personality disorder. But I hope you share where you fit in, your struggles. If you have this, please let me know if you have it, what you've gone through, your struggles, if you've gotten better, what has helped you with this, and let's have an ongoing discussion. A lot of people have shared their own personal, struggles, their own personal, battles with mental illness, and I always appreciate that, and I always will respond to your comments, and let's have an ongoing dialogue. Let's keep the communication up, and I hope this is the first time I did a video in my backyard. Let's see. That's my son lifting weights. That's my deck up there. I my bird bath. A panoramic view. Okay, till next time.